Hello everybody, welcome back to another video of me. Today we're gonna read some Google review. Well, it's pretty sunny outside. It's been raining all day. We're gonna read some Google reviews on this movie I watched when I was little. And it's a really good movie. I still love it. Definitely one of my favorite movies ever. Oh, Eric Andre Bad Trip. I just watched it a few nights ago. It's kind of good. Okay, but we're gonna be reading reviews for Jack and the... Will it pop up? There we go. Jack and the Cuckoo Clock. You think... Did you mean Jack and the Beanstalk? No, I meant this movie. It'll... Yeah. It may look kind of weird, and to be honest, yeah, this movie's pretty weird. But it's really good. But that's not the point. We're going to be reading reviews for it. Don't take my word for it. 7 out of 10 IMDb, 3 out of 5 Common Sense Media, 77 on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know if that's good or bad. I need to sit up straight so then my freaking audio doesn't sound all weird and stuff. I hope, okay, we need to get to the reviews right now, okay? It's really good. I like this movie. Watched it, yes. Where are the reviews at? We're gonna be reading the bad reviews for... Actually, no. Where's the IMDb reviews? We need to read the IMDb ones first. If it'll... Okay, it's not gonna work. Okay. Let's go to the... Oh, Common Sense Media. Parents need to know that Jack and the Cuckoo Clock Heart is a dark steampunk-style animated musical that's best for tweens and up. Like Tim Burton's Corpse. Okay, I'm not reading any more than that. Parent reviews... no. Where's the IMDb one? Oh, Rotten Tomatoes. Jack and the Cuckoo Heart stubbornly remains less than the sum of its parts, but blah, blah, blah. I don't think kids really care about the visuals too much. There we go. There's the IMDb one. Jack and the Cuckoo Clock Heart, 2013. IMDb. Jack and the Cuckoo Clock isn't exactly the grave of fireflies, but it's not for young children either. I recommend this film for ages 13 to 18, and my rating is... Okay, I'm not going to read the rest of it because I don't care about your rating. I care about these people's ratings. Or reviews. So let's get into it. We're going to go to the bad ones first. And okay, I just watched this for the first time with my 3 and 4 year old. Wait, with my 3 and 4 years old. That doesn't make sense. And it was horrendous. It was scary, and freely from the moment Jack was born, being put into a vice to be sedated and have his heart removed was disturbing and made me twitch to turn it off, but I hope that it would... Oh, frick, the screen just teleported upwards. Maybe twitch to turn it off, but I hope that would be just a blip, but I was so wrong. It's full of extremely inappropriate, not going to say that word, suggestive moments. But for me, the worst one was where Jack was effectively, bad word, by Joe's crew. I turned it off, and then, as I felt physically sick, the words he said, I'm not going to read any of that. I'm not going to read anything else other than blah, blah, blah. I'm 41 and I feel sick. I get what the story was about and it explained it well, but so much was completely unnecessary. I will never recommend anyone see this film, and I can't understand why so many people to be in awe with it. Disturbing. Okay, Karen, I don't know why you watch it with your 3 and 4 year olds. Maybe people like you should read IMDb reviews first, or Common Sense Media reviews, or one of your stupid parenting website reviews before you watch the movie with your 2 children, with your 2 fetuses. Okay, next review. Ha 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 ha. It's a stupid name. 3 months ago. Okay. Honestly, this movie was the most depressing thing I've ever watched. I was 8 when I watched it for the first time in, I don't even, parentheses. I went in looking for a nice animated story with a bit of love on the side and came out scarred with memories of this movie. And that might seem dramatic, but let me tell you, it makes sense if something is tragic for a reason. But this thing's story is terrible, and the male lead, spoilers, dies for no reason. Okay, let me clear this up real quick. He doesn't die. If you watch the movie, and people who watch my videos, I've expected that none of you have even heard of this movie's existence before this video. But at the end, he's sitting on a hill, and it looks like he dies, but like time freezes, and he climbs up these snowball things into heaven. He doesn't die. Let me clarify that. I know Google may not be the most reliable source, but on Google it says that he did not die. And the person who wrote that info got their info from what the movie was based off of, which was the French album that the movie's based on. So that's why I trust that. So he didn't die. Okay, or maybe I'm just blind and I can't see why. And okay, that's for no reason. Or maybe I'm just blind if I can't see why. Whenever I think about this now, I just feel like throwing up. If you're into super depressing stuff with nothing happy in it, then this movie is the thing for you. Great review. Ha ha ha. That movie. This review makes me go ha ha ha. Okay, Crystal Brooks. Seriously, a cartoon is begging to be an invisible entity that doesn't exist. Oh, okay, this is a pretty short one. There needs to be parental guidance system for the religious propaganda. This way parents can make the proper choices for this family. What does this have to do with the movies? Oh my god, I hate this movie. My child had nightmares for a whole week. She slept with me and my husband for days. Please do not watch this movie. Notice how there are only a few bad reviews on this movie? The movie had no plot, and in the end, Jack never accomplished anything. Trashy movie, don't watch. There are plenty of other movies out there. Watch some other one. Okay, let me clarify this. First of all, there was a plot. Jack, the main character, has a cuckoo clock heart, and no, it's not the plot, but it's part of it. He can't fall in love, otherwise he'll die, okay? And then he meets this girl named Acacia, or Lady Acacia, something like that. And then he meets someone when they were young. They went to school together, and then she left to be a big pop star or whatever in Spain. And then he goes from Britain to Spain in like 3 days. I don't know why. That universe is really weird. And then they meet each other there, and then this dude named Joe shows up, and he was in the beginning. I should have mentioned that. And he's like the antagonist. And then skip way into the movie. Joe and Cassie are about to leave, and Jack's leaving. And then this dude he met at the beginning of the movie is like, "No, you got to go get her because what did you come to Spain for?" And he's like, "Okay." And then he goes and gets her, and yeah. There wasn't any action in this movie, really, but that doesn't mean it's a good movie. Also, this movie has a really good soundtrack, and he accomplished nothing in the end. Jack won in the end. He won. He got a Cassia, and he died. To put quotation marks around that, he didn't die. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but I know he didn't die. Skip to the good reviews. Oh, okay. I thought that was going to be counseling. Sorry for that second of awkwardness. I watched this movie when I was around 10 for the first time. It has always remained one of my favorite movies. I don't recommend it for everyone, though, because I feel like to truly appreciate the movie, you can't look at it through the lens of just wanting something to happen or just wanting something to watch. Whoa, my God. Holy crap. The biggest complaints I've seen about it is that oh my god. The biggest complaints I've seen about it. Oh my god, I keep losing my freaking space. Can I zoom in on this? No. The biggest complaints I've seen about it are it has inappropriate jokes for children. Okay, I'm not gonna fight you on that one. That's kind of true. I'm not gonna tell you what the joke is, but I'm not gonna fight him on that one. I agree with him on that. Inappropriate jokes for children. It's scary. I think just the title scene is scary, where they take his heart out, but it doesn't look that realistic. So, you know. But actually, you wanna know what? I'll give my own review on the end of this movie. Or maybe I'll do it in a separate video. I'm not sure. I'll just do a mini one. I'll do a mini review, Cosmonaut Quickie on this one. Alright. Okay, it's scary for children, has difficult to follow plot. Not exactly. If you rewatched it, you can recognize the plot. And the voice acting is uncomfortable. Okay, I get the voice acting kind of. I haven't watched this movie in a while. Maybe I should have done a rewatch before this. Last time I watched it was around maybe a little over. I don't even know, like maybe 7 months ago. It's a long time, but you get my point. I should have done a rewatch on this. Alright. Voice acting is uncomfortable. When I watched it, I did not understand any of the jokes as they are really well hidden. And most PG movies are like that because it helps adults enjoy the media just as well as kids. It has uncomfortable it only has one frightening scene that's more uncomfortable than scary. The scene, oh yeah, okay, there was this one scene where Jack literally has a cuckoo clock for a heart, and Joe is messing with it because Joe's big bully, he's the antagonist, and then the cuckoo clock heart hits 12 and then it pokes his eye out, and then Jack just dips out of there. He jumps over this wall and the police get caught on him. I'm not even kidding you. And he was like 12 or whatever when this happened. And one scene with a few drops of blood. One of my favorite part. Also, the blood looks like jelly in this movie. It does not look like real blood. Let me emphasize that blood in this movie doesn't look real. One of my favorite parts of this movie is the plot can be interpreted in many different ways. There's also strange fever-like dream animation sequences and a lot of plot points that really bring it together. The voice acting seems uncomfortable and run-on because it was made in French and the English acting is a voice dub. I did not watch this movie in French. Let me make that very clear. I did not watch the original version of this movie, which is the French dub, which is the original dub. I watched the English one because I think that's the only one that Google offers. It used to be on Netflix, and I just didn't know that Netflix had a voice or a language selecting option until like last year. But yeah, overall, this movie always fills me with so much emotion. It is beautiful, sad, thought provoking, and so much more. It's not a movie I can just watch because I simply want to watch a movie. It makes me feel so deeply, and it helps me fall in love with the world. I am very appreciative of this film and every part of it. This is the most helpful review I've seen already. I read a few of these reviews already, but these ones are new. I haven't read these ones yet. Okay, this movie is so underrated. I agree. It has a similar concept and animation of The Corpse Bride and The Night Before Christmas, yet the other two got more recognition. I watched this movie when I was about 7 years old. I always thought of it as a fever dream because I would always ask everyone about it and they wouldn't know what I was talking about. But years later, I couldn't stop thinking about one of the scenes, so I finally started to research about it. Here I am today writing a review about this incredible movie. Haha, in conclusion, I highly recommend watching this movie. Yeah, okay, so plans for next video and the end of this video. I'm going to do a Cosmonaut Quickie, which if you don't watch Cosmonaut Variety Hour, you don't get that reference. But basically, I'm just going to do a short review on the movie at the end of this video, and then maybe the next video or a future video, I'm definitely going to do a full-blown review on this movie because of how good it is and how underrated it is. Like, seriously, y'all need to go watch this movie. Like, I'm not even kidding with any of y'all. You need to do this in one sitting, though. You have to sit down and you have to pay attention to it. Don't watch it because I told you to watch it. Watch it because you want to watch a good movie. That didn't make any sense, but just watch the movie. Trust me, it's good. You have to watch it with the right mindset. Otherwise, you're not going to be very appreciative of it. Next review. I don't know what to say about it, but I saw this movie. How much time I got left? 13 minutes? I'll do this until like 22 minutes. I don't know what to say about it, but I saw this movie when I was probably like 9, and it became my favorite movie. Should know I grew up watching horror movies, so it wouldn't affect me as badly as it would for other kids with stricter parents. And honestly, if you don't want your child to be so timid and be afraid of any horror scene in movies, don't tell them they aren't allowed to watch horror movies. Anyways, this movie has many deep meanings to it, ones that I, at 9, can understand, at least partially. I love the animations, music, and the depressing parts make up the plot of the movie. So if you prefer to not have you/your child to be exposed to such emotion, you may choose not to watch it. Believe me, the negative reviews here are overly exaggerated. I completely and utterly agree. As if anyone's gonna read the reviews straight off of Google. I mean, I am, but this is for a video. I don't think anyone's just gonna read it normally. I think this movie has a great story. I watched it when I was a kid, and it is good as I remember it. It would be careful. I would be careful show. Wait, I would be. Yeah, I would be careful showing this to younger kids because it uses some dark imagery and some blank jokes here, and there, but dark. Wait. in there, but overall, a great movie. P.S. I'm pretty sure that the original movie is in another language because the way that they speak, they say things and speak can be a bit weird. That doesn't really move the experience. True, true. They speak. Okay, so basically, when people say they speak weird or uncomfortable, the sentences are run on, and sometimes they overlap. Not usually, but sometimes they'll overlap, and they speak kind of fast. But that shouldn't be too much of a problem. This movie has always given me some sort of comfort, from the beautiful music to the extraordinary artwork. So much sacrifice was made throughout this movie to show their love for one another. It is truly a beautiful yet sad movie. What kind of lifelike? Yeah. I want to say so much. I don't want this to become a full-blown review video because it's already so long. Let me check how long my other reviewed videos. Maybe I'll do a full-blown review on this. Actually, no, I'm not. I can't. This is all, like, non-scripted. That's why these videos are kind of awkward, and I'm always stopping halfway through reviews. Like this one. Alright, this movie is different from a love story. It had elements that made you similar to the protagonist on a personal level, that made you connect with them. From all the sorrow, pain, and anger, and happiness, even with surprise twist hurts, but you could tell it's for the best. That's why I like this movie so much. All in all, the best anime movie I've ever seen so far. How much time we got left? 16 minutes. I might end the video a little bit earlier. Alright, we're gonna read like 3 more reviews because they seem pretty short. So, one of the best anime movies I've watched in a really long time. Beautiful music and storytelling method really spoke to the artist and inner child, whimsical in every way. Kind of My Chemical Romance, like, but that's a good thing. I've loved this movie since I was a kid. One of my favorite animated films. The animation, and overall style of everything. I love it. This movie is a masterpiece. I read the book when I read the book when I was in 4th grade. So this movie has a book. Holy crap, this movie has a book. It's in French. That kind of sucks. I like the artwork for this movie. It looks pretty cool. Oh, is that the English one? Okay, well, I'm not saying I'm going to read it because I don't read books. But, yeah. I think the audio sounds better when we're over here because of the desk and cabinets. Alright, back to the reviews. Alright, I read the book when I was in... Okay, this computer's being really loud. So loud. I read the book when I was in about 4th grade, but I had watched the movie first. I love this movie. It's a really good movie. It's very figurative and very artsy. The songs are really good as well. Are pretty good. When I watched this movie, I was only 7 years old, and I instantly fell in love with the art style, the music, and the overall beautiful romance in this film. They outdid themselves for a simple animation, but this is truly a masterpiece. Pretty good reviews. What the Jacob Yoder. Oh, I'm going to read him just because of his profile picture. I love this movie. It has a sad ending, not like other films. I like the music too. It's dark and artsy. Your review sucks. Alright. I'm probably going to end the video here. Oh, wait. I need to do a short little review on this. Alright. Cosmonaut Quickie review. Alright. Overall, this movie gets a... Oh, my God. That's gonna screw up my entire sound now. Now that it happened. Oh my God. Okay. Overall, this movie gets an 8 out of 10. You wanna know? No. This movie gets a 10 out of 10. A 10 out of 10. I don't just review bad movies. I review movies that I also like. I need to start reviewing movies that I have medium opinions on so I can get a good review. Oh man, there's a rip in this bag. Dang it. Um, the movie gets 10 out of 10. The soundtrack gets a definite a. Oh my god, who keeps sending me messages? This it gets in the soundtrack gets an 8.5 out of 10. Soundtrack is really good. Not the best thing ever, just because I can't understand some of the songs, but some of them are really good. Some of my favorite songs ever. And let's see, the art style gets 6 out of 10. It looks kind of weird, but it looks okay. The characters get a 5 out of 10, just because when you look at them by themselves, they don't do very well. They have to have another character they work with. You can't put Joe and that random friend that Jack has in the same room together. They're not going to have very good conversations, but they never talk to each other, so we don't have to worry about that. The only characters I think who really have interactions, connections with each other are Joe, Cassie, the mom. I forgot her name was not the Jack's birth mom, the his adopted one. Jack's adoptive mom, Cassia, and Joe. They don't have all connections to each other. Dang it. Okay. That's gonna end it for this video. I'm gonna do a full-blown review in the next video, probably. That'll be up maybe later today, maybe right after this one. Maybe right after this one. I can't wait to film that video. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Subscribe if you want to become a true iDubbbz fan.